tension of wanting to let go, but also wanting to hang on. And if that's you, I just want to normalize that right now, because what we're talking about here is a real relationship with alcohol. And like most relationships, when you make a change, it's uncomfortable and it's new and it's different and it's unfamiliar. But I want to assure you, if you're starting to feel, even here as we are towards the end of this monthly reset, this almost pang in your heart of like, oh no, oh, I'm missing it. Maybe that means I should just, go back to where I was because I knew what I was doing. I want to encourage you today. And this workshop really, really is for you, because today we're going to talk about what to do if you're missing alcohol without it meaning something about you, about your journey, but instead normalizing the fact that you are making a transformation, you're making a change. So let's talk about this, all of it. First point, I've got 3 points today. The first point is missing it is really an attachment issue. How many of y'all, you can show a show of hands if you're here with me live or in the chat, have you ever heard of attachment styles or like being attached? Yeah. So it's no different with our relationship with alcohol. It's, may I bust out and say, it's a little bit of a codependency relationship where we start leaning on this tool to cope, to manage life as a stress response, as an actual attachment style. And we start getting really close to it and thinking, uh-oh, if you take it away, who am I? What am I doing? And so let me explain. First off, you've got the dopamine memory. That's part of the attachment that we have to alcohol when we've been drinking it on a regular basis. You've got a neuro pathway. And dopamine is the chemical in our brain, in our body, that is the reward system. It's the part of us that's like, ding, ding, that felt good. Oh, that was a reward. And especially when you've been a habitual drinker or like me, was stuck in the detox to retox loop, and then you reward yourself with a dopamine hit like a glass of wine or a cold beer or any dose of alcohol, your reward center is on high alert. It is going nutso in your brain and giving you reward signals, which creates a neuro pathway. Because what do we tend to do with rewards? Well, like all good trainees, we repeat it. We want to repeat getting that reward. And so that creates a neuro pathway and we keep getting that dopamine hit. But here's the thing. We don't always attribute it to the anxiety and the coming down that we feel after. We really do remember the relief, that short-term relief and reward, more than we do the regret the next day. Although that is seared in my memory pretty well. Another attachment that we have is emotional pairing. I mean, we talk all the time about pairing our drinks, like pairing a red wine with a good steak. What about emotional pairing? We do that too in our relationship with alcohol. We tend to, I mean, when I say we, I'm talking about me as well. However, I have found a way out, and many of the women listening to me now who are in this network or follow this channel know what it feels like to find the freedom from that detox to retox loop. But I tell you what, the emotional pairing of I'm stressed, I need a drink. I'm bored, I'm lonely, I need a drink. The emotional, I'm celebrating, yay, it's my birthday, it's a wedding, I need a drink. The emotional pairing that we have with alcohol is crazy, right? And that brings me to my third way that we often have an attachment to alcohol, and that is the ritual. And I'm likening the ritual to the association. We just have associations, very similar to the emotional pairing where we pair emotion and a drink. We also have rituals, like routines that we do, and we have strong associations. How many out there, put this in the chat or the comments, how many of you out there equate a margarita with a Mexican food restaurant, or a cold beer by a swimming pool, or a hot toddy on the mountain ski slopes? Here's what we're oftentimes missing when we say we miss alcohol? Do we really miss alcohol itself? I'm going to say, not really. We miss the effects that we think we're getting from alcohol. We miss the taking the edge off. How many of y'all drink to take the edge off? Just, it was a sharp edge and you just drink to take it off. I did too. And what I would say is when I took the edge off, sure enough, I lost my edge of clarity, my edge of being able to walk in a networking event and make awesome connections because I lost my edge. I didn't lose the right edge, I lost the wrong edge, if you will. Oftentimes, we miss taking the edge off, and it is much more challenging, at least at the beginning when you're first practicing. It's much more challenging to be fully present. Let's just face it, it is easier to take the edge off because it's instant and we know it works. It takes a lot more skill to live in the present moment. It is a skill. It is not natural. In our society, in our day and time, we are constantly looking for ways to escape, eject, numb, and distract ourselves. I mean, we just almost as a human race these days don't know how to be still, to be quiet, to just walk in nature without a podcast in our ears or something. So it's a big deal. We also, when we say we're missing alcohol, we miss the familiarity, but we are also, when we do that, living on autopilot. Because again, our brains, I love the science. It's so helpful to me. I want practical tools and strategies in my own life, and that's what I want to share with you gals. When we live on autopilot, we're really just following our brain's natural bend of less energy expended, what's familiar, and what keeps me safe and secure, which is doing the same thing over and over again. Even if you're not getting the results you want, your brain's still like, but we know what to do. We know what is going to happen. We know we're going to feel good and then we're probably going to feel bad, but oh well, you know. And so when we are able to get off of autopilot, that's when the magic happens. And then I think another thing that when we say we're missing alcohol, we're really missing our identity with alcohol in our hand. How many of y'all almost see, like I did, I picture a cute outfit or girls' night out or a date night with my husband and picture a drink in my hand almost as an accessory. Is it just me? I mean, seriously, I was like, okay, purse, earrings, cute drink, cute glass, accessorize. I was accessorizing with my drinks. Literally, it was part of the package. It was part of my identity. It signaled to me I'm fun, I'm connectable, I'm glamorous, I'm adult. Look at me. Well, yeah, I was just blending in with everybody else. It wasn't really a look at me moment. I really had a false identity, and a lot of my identity was wrapped up in alcohol and what I thought it was giving me, and it wasn't really true. So I think when we say we're missing it, I think it's helpful for us to start to denote what about alcohol we're missing instead of just saying, I miss alcohol, so I must need to go back. I miss alcohol, so maybe being totally, sober-minded isn't for me. I mean, hey, listen, you may be listening to me because you're sober curious, because you want to drink less or not at all. And you're welcome here. Not only are you welcome here, you're invited here. You're invited into Sober Sis to begin to really wrestle with your relationship with alcohol, not only in your own head by yourself, but out loud with others who get it, who type 1 understand. So I think when we talk about missing alcohol, it's really important that we talk about what about alcohol we're actually missing and begin to say, is it true? Because missing it doesn't mean you need it. And it's okay to hold both. It's okay to say, I don't need alcohol in my life, at least not the way I was drinking it, and I miss it. And that's okay because you're not missing the alcohol itself. Remember, you're missing a lot of the attachment to alcohol and what you thought and hoped it was giving you. Direction matters more than speed. You can be going at breakneck speed in the wrong direction and it will take you nowhere you want to go. Or you can consistently plod along because life is lifey and it takes a daily choice to keep showing up, to show up for yourself, certainly to show up for others. And that's where you win it. That's where you win. And I think the 21-day reset challenge works. Again, many of you listening to me have taken it are taking it or considering taking it. And what we do is we really break down where it takes about 21 days to break or change a habit. That means we're starting to really rewire your brain to look at alcohol differently. Because again, it's not really about alcohol, it's our attachment to alcohol and the value we give it and what we think it's giving us. When you begin to really look at that, your mind is going to change because you're going to learn new things about alcohol and make you go, oh, I didn't know it was a carcinogen. Whoops, I didn't know it was toxic. Oh man, I didn't know that it was so addictive that it literally creates a thirst for itself. Once you begin to know these things, your mindset is changing. But the reset is great because it gives you a different way of looking at alcohol. If you slip up or fall down, no worries. It's all valuable feedback. Like we say in our tribe, there is no such thing as a setback unless you deem it as such. But if you say, you know what, that was a slip up, okay, use it to your advantage and use it as valuable feedback. If you slip, you don't have to slide. It takes about 7 to 10 days to get alcohol and its effects, physiologically speaking, out of your body. That's why women, if you're out there and you're listening to me and you're like, I just drink on the weekends. Well, again, that's your choice. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do. But if you're just binging on the weekends or really overdoing it on a Friday and Saturday night, you're still in the detox to retox loop. It's less about what you're drinking and when you're drinking. It's about the value you're assigning to drinking when you're doing it and what it's doing in your body. So we're focused here not on perfection, but on repetition and practice. So again, just remember that if you are missing alcohol and you think, uh-oh, maybe that's the signal I should go back, or maybe something's wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you at all. It's totally normal. It's unfamiliar. You're creating a new identity. You're creating a new attachment to all kinds of scenarios, and you're showing up for yourself. So kudos to you. Keep going and growing, as I always say. All right, ladies. Well, thanks for being here, and we'll check you next time. Bye.